This conversation starts calm and then everything shifts. Let's break it down on Choir Media.
Hello?
Hi. Hello.
Hi. Hi, can you hear me?
I can. And your first name is?
Yaya.
Yaya?
Yes.
Your real name is Yaya.
No, it's Ayana.
Okay. How old are you?
I'm 25.
25. So what do you have on the subject? I said, what are women willing to do to get a high value husband? Do you want a high value husband?
Yes, 100%. And I completely agree with you.
Okay.
I work out 3 days a week
Three
religiously, hike on
days?
the
3 days?
weekends. Well, I strength train and do hit 3 days a week, but on the weekends I hike. I live in Arizona, so that's
Okay.
kind of what we do recreationally.
Okay. Um,
Um,
so
I am
hold
extremely
on,
friendly.
hold on. Do you have an IG or something on the internet? IG?
Yeah, yeah.
Because I can't see you. And for
Should
some
I put
reason,
it in the chat?
you can. Yeah. Let me see this. I'll do this. Put it in the chat to me individually because I have women who will call here and lie about themselves and their bodies and everything else. And I just like I don't want men lying to men. I don't want women lying to women. So go ahead.
100%.
So you were saying you're
Yeah, I work
25 and
out.
you want a high value man.
Yes, I deserve a high value
You
man.
deserve a high value man. Oh, okay.
Yes.
Why? Why do you deserve a
Because
high value man?
because I'm a high value woman and I know how to support, I know how to be affectionate, I know how to be loving, kind.
Okay.
Um
So
and I
let
have
me
my
ask you some
yeah.
questions. Were you raised with mom and dad?
Yes.
Was dad married to your mother?
Yes.
How many siblings do you have?
I have two older brothers.
Two older brothers. What's the longest relationship you've ever had?
A year and a half.
How long ago was that?
A year and a half ago.
So a year and a half ago, so you were 22 and you had a relationship for a year and a half. How old was the
Yes.
guy?
He was 25.
Okay. And why didn't you guys get married?
Um well, he was already married.
Hold on. Shout out to Dre. He was already married, you say?
Yes, I didn't know that while we were dating. I
Okay.
found that that's why we broke up.
James Evans. What do you mean you didn't know that and that's why you broke up?
Yeah, I didn't know that he was married when
Really?
I
So you
found
never went
out
to his
that he was
house?
married. No, I actually lived with him for 3 months.
So this story doesn't make any sense, but I'm willing to listen. How can a man
So
be
he was,
married?
mhm.
Where's his wife?
So he lived in San Diego and his wife lived in DC.
They have any children?
No children.
And is he still married?
No.
Okay, you broke up because he was married, but
Yes.
he's not still married.
No.
Why aren't y'all married?
Well, I broke up with him
At
because he was
23
married
years old,
and
at
because he was
23 and a
talking to
half, or
other
almost 24,
people.
right?
Yes.
Okay, so you broke up with him because you found out he was married after you've been living with him and kicking on him for 18 months and you didn't do your homework. Okay, but you broke up with him.
Mhm.
Why?
Because I knew that it's not hard for me to find high quality men.
Really?
I didn't feel like I
Really?
needed him. I didn't feel
Really?
like
Hold
I
on.
had to be with him.
Hold on. I'm curious. If it's not hard for you to find high value men, then why would somebody is like yourself waste a year and a half on somebody like this?
Well, that was the point. After a year and a half, I chopped him off, right?
But a
So,
year and a half
mhm,
when you only have 12 years is a long time. See, what you're saying is you deserve a high value man, and you deserve him
mhm,
because you are a high value woman. But high value women who
yes.
really get high value men tend to secure them early and they don't waste time. I'm hearing lots of red flags. One, you're involved with a married man for a year and a half. And what I'm asking you is after You broke off with him. He's no longer married, but now you're saying you don't feel like you need him.
Hmm.
What do you do for a living?
No, I'm a civil engineer.
Civil engineer. What did he do for a living?
Hmm. He was in the military.
I don't know what that means. I said, what does he do for the living?
Oh, he was also an engineer.
Do
He
you
was a
earn more than
civil
he does?
engineer. Yes.
That's what I thought.
So that's why I
But
didn't have
hold
an
on,
issue
sweetheart.
cutting
Hold
him
on,
off.
sweetheart. Hold on, sweetheart. You were graduated from college at what age?
I was 24.
What age did you go to college?
Yes. Um, I went to college at 17
You
and
went to
I
school for
worked
7 years?
no, I went to college at
You
17
went to college at
when I
17 and
was
graduated to 24. We're both engineers. That's 7 years. The
right,
math has never
right,
changed. It's
but
7 years.
right, but I didn't stay in college
Why
for like
not?
7 years. I took time off
Why?
and then went back
Why?
to college
Why?
because while I was in while I was in school, I studied abroad in Italy. And while I was in Italy, I got a job offer to work and stay in Italy. So instead of coming back to the States to finish my degree, I stayed in Italy for 2 years to
So
teach.
you rode the Italian CC. So here's the thing. You live in Arizona, right?
Yes,
Uh, and you're 20, what, 24?
25.
25. So in the last year and a half, how many high value men have proposed to you?
0.
What part of Arizona?
Phoenix?
It's in one of the best cities for high value men. The way you're telling this story, ma'am, is you're all that, and you're entitled to a high value man. You got no problem finding one. Then why aren't they trying to wife you?
That's why I'm calling in right now.
Well, why? Okay, well, answer the question, because
um,
the way you're telling it, you're the shit.
yeah. Well,
That's the way you're telling the story. You're the shit.
I don't want to sound arrogant.
You shouldn't.
But I don't think the issue is them not like I haven't been proposed to, but I've been chosen. Like I
Okay, that's
have
nice. What would you rank yourself?
options,
What would you rank yourself on?
but
What would you rank yourself on a look scale? A look scale 1 to 10, and you cannot use 7.
8.
You rank yourself up there with Beyonce.
Oh, Beyonce's an 8? Okay, I can't use 7. Okay, then I would say 6.5.
I don't allow women to use 6.5.
I can't use 6.5, I can't use 7. So 6?
But I'm more concerned. See, ma'am, your own results of your life tell you you're not what you say you are. You came in here talking about, I want a high value man because I deserve a high value man because I'm a high value woman. I asked you about your relationships, and you were a side chick. That's what it is. You're a mistress. A man that is married has a woman on the side. You're a mistress. And you
Can I
hold
provide
on,
a
ma'am.
little?
I need you need to listen. You were a mistress in the social media digital age, where all it would take was a quick Google search. Did you ask him whether or not he was married when you met him?
Yes.
Did you confirm that he wasn't? And in a year and a half, he lied to you?
It was a contract marriage.
Then stop acting like you. Okay, now you're lying. I don't like lying women. Okay, I'm gonna give you a chance, but just don't lie to me, lady. You came in here and said you broke up with him because you found out he was married.
Correct.
But that's not why you broke up with him, because it's a contract marriage. You know it wasn't something. Then that's not the reason.
Because he lied
No, you're
about
lying.
being married.
Okay. You asked him, was he married? I asked you, did you ask him was he married up front? You said no. How'd you find out he was married?
Well, I treated him. I got a bonus.
How'd you
from
find
work.
out he
I
was
treated
married? I don't
him.
need all the, I don't, just give me the
His
story,
pho-
lady. I'm gonna get to it anyway.
His message popped up on his phone.
With his
phone was in the
contract wife
bathroom
who's
while
in
I was getting
DC.
ready.
With his contract
Yes.
wife in DC, and then
No. It was a completely different girl.
All right. So, ma'am, how about this? Are you saying he didn't love the woman? It was a contract marriage?
Yes.
Okay, then it shouldn't really been a big issue. You shouldn't have been that big a deal. He should have been like,
No, but
he should have been able to end that marriage and go on and marry you. But the net of it, man, is you graduated from college and you all of a sudden thought you were better than him. That's really what happened. You were in college and he was making more money than you because you weren't making shit in college. When you graduated, your little hot tail thought you were better and thought you could do better, and that's cool. But the thing is, man, you're not an 8. You're a 5. You're average looking, average cute. That's not bad. Average cute. And you cannot get what you say you deserve. You don't deserve a high value man. That's the problem with so many black women. Y'all think y'all deserve something.
Can you tell me why?
First of all, your attitude is all wrong. You walk around acting like high value men should come finding you. Why would a high value man want you? Because they exist in Tucson and Phoenix like a mother. Scottsdale, full of high value men. Why do you say you deserve one?
Are you asking
Yeah,
me?
why do you say you deserve one?
Oh, because I have all 3 Fs. Because I have no children.
And
Because
okay, let me give you something else, ma'am. Just because you have, so does every other woman looking for a high value. So do most women looking for a high value man.
because I make money, so
Who
why
gives
would
it?
I
High value
not
men
seek
don't care about your
somebody?
high value men don't care
Right,
about your money. See,
I know. That's what I'm saying.
all
Why
right,
would I
all right.
seek
High value
somebody
men
who
don't care
doesn't
about your
make more
money,
than me?
ma'am. I mean, let me back it down. High value men don't care about your money. You have
I
overvalued
know.
yourself based upon your academic experience, your European experience, but the net of it, high value men don't approach you for marriage. There's a reason, ma'am. Can you accept it? The best you have been is a side chick, a mistress. Can you accept that is the reality of what you are on the market? And then act accordingly. Because I would assume that there are probably many men on your level that you think you're better than.
On my level that I think I'm better
Yes,
than.
because we don't take your money into consideration. We just look at your looks. Your looks. Yes, I'm looking at you here, and you're not an unattractive woman, but you're not, an 8. But a guy in your range might be own his own truck and drive a truck, or maybe a plumber, HVAC technician. He may be working, he may be a blue collar guy as a plumber earning $90,000 or $80,000, $75,000 to $80,000 a year. But you want a man doing what?
Well, this is the thing. I don't have an issue
Oh,
dating high
Delta Sigma
value
Theta.
men.
I should have known. I'm just joking. Go ahead.
So can you
Go ahead.
you
I'm
want to
just
tell the
joking. I'm
chat
just
room that I
joking.
actually
Sugar
graduated
P, don't get
college?
mad at me. I'm just joking. But seriously, I'm trying to help you. What I'm trying to really help you is,
Yeah.
sadly, so many of our young sisters overshoot their market. You really are overshooting your market. And you're taking into consideration things that you think should matter to men. And the things that matter to the kind of men. Do you want to have any children? How
Yes.
many?
2.
Do you want to have to work to pay significant bills after you're pregnant?
No.
And do you want to live in Phoenix, or would you like to live somewhere else?
Somewhere else.
What, like where?
Like DC.
DC. So a man to
Yes.
be able to afford to take care of a wife and 2 kids in DC is going to need to make what for the kind of lifestyle you're accustomed to or want to live?
300.
Shit, not in DC, baby. Not in DC. Keep going.
$1 million.
See, the thing is, I'm asking you, and you don't even know. See, the point I'm getting to, ladies, is you just say, I want these things, like men are genies, and you just rub a vase and this shit pops out. You don't know how much a man needs to make but here's the thing. What's the cost of living in DC?
I'm not sure.
Oh, okay. But you think a person should huh, whew,
No, this is what I think.
uh-huh.
This is
Yeah.
this is my whole
Right.
bottom line.
Right.
The bottom line is if I have put a certain amount of effort
Into what?
into my fitness, into my looks, into
And that's in your body. Okay, that's
my
your body.
emotional
Okay.
health,
You are fit.
into
Okay, listen, ma'am. You're fit. How tall are you?
5'2",
Dress size.
2.
You're fit. What gym do you work at? Do you work out at the gym or do you work out at home?
Since Arizona's closed down, I work at home.
But
I work out at home,
if you've
usually I
ever
work out at a
right,
gym.
but if you're at a gym, there are plenty of 5'2" women there who are fit. Some are as fit, some are more fit than you.
Right.
Okay, listen. So does that mean that that's enough? Fit women at 5'2", that's just the entry.
Mm-hmm.
What high value men have you ever been around that what history do you have of cooperating or serving a high value man? There you go. You know nothing about high value men. So you think a man should buy you and you don't even fit him. You don't even know how much a man in DC, a guy's going to have to make close to $500,000 a year. I got to move on to the next call. You don't know. And I'm just trying to help you. Look, lady.
You didn't let me speak.
Because I don't need to hear what a 24-year-old woman who doesn't know what she's talking about thinks.
I understand. But you didn't let me expound on my position.
There's no need to let you expound on your position. Finish.
This one starts off calm, but you can feel the tension underneath. A 25-year-old woman calls in, confident. She says she's a high-value woman, knows her worth, and believes she deserves a high-value man. On paper, she sounds solid. Civil engineer, fit, no kids, disciplined lifestyle. But Kevin doesn't go off claims. He goes off results, so he starts digging. First relationship? 1.5 years. Sounds normal. Until the truth comes out, the man was married. Now here's where things start to crack. She says she didn't know, but also admits she lived with him for 3 months. Then the story shifts again. It was a contract marriage. Then another twist. She found messages from a different woman. She rates herself highly at first, around an 8, but eventually settles at a 6. Kevin places her closer to average, cute and fit, but not exceptional in a way that separates her from the competition. By the end, the conclusion is blunt. Her confidence isn't backed by results. It's built on assumptions. And the harshest point? Not as an insult, but as data. Because until she understands that gap between what she believes she deserves and what her outcomes, men may date based on attraction, but they commit based on alignment, timing, and value they recognize, LNG term. And right now, those aren't lining up. All right, this one feels different right from the start. It's not loud, it's not combative. It's almost tired. You can hear it in Kata's voice. 10 years in, $40,000 spent, and still no clear direction. That's not arrogance. That's someone stuck. She comes in saying she's ambitious, she's skilled, she's a DevOps engineer, she loves teaching, and on paper it sounds like she should be winning. But Kevin doesn't even let her finish before he cuts in because he already sees the pattern. Not a lack of talent, too many directions. Then he asks that one simple question. If I wanted what you do, what would I search? And suddenly, everything narrows. DevOps. That's it. One lane, one skill, one market. But then the truth creeps back in. 25 business ideas, multiple coaches, years of trying to figure it out, and you can feel Kevin shift. Not aggressive, just direct. Like this isn't a knowledge problem anymore. He breaks it down in a way that almost stings. A consultant is a teaching salesperson.